You got in it?
350.
350 automatic?
Yeah.
You don't like changing them gears on the weekend?
Yeah, I don't mind. That's the way the car was. It was shifted around the column.
Oh,
It's
okay.
hard to find one shifted around the column.
Well, the Z cars with the shift on the column.
It was originally just plain.
Pregnant Camaro, and you made it a Z car.
It was a straight 6-cylinder shifted around the column.
Okay. So you actually took it and just made your own Z28. Yeah. Now, did you do all the paint work and all on it too, or?
I did it once. I had it painted again. That car been painted about 5 times even before I got it.
Now, what made you change it? You just want to change the color, or?
Yeah. I wanted that color there, that's Alabama Roll Tide color.
Oh, okay. Now, that way they can see you coming.
Yeah.
And one thing I like, I told you earlier, we're up in Covenant Cove Marina, up in Gunnelsville, Alabama, and I like it because I can sit here and film and watch them guys fish. Now, they ain't caught nothing yet, but they're fishing. They working hard down there. You ain't on the FLW, you on Big Boyz Toyz. But see, you can come up here, you can film shows, you can watch people fish. He'll catch one in a minute, maybe, and then we'll show you what it looks like. But great place up here. Covenant Cove's one of our sponsors while he's sitting there. I want to thank Covenant Cove. They do a great show up here once a year, always, in this month. And, they've been a sponsor for a while, and we appreciate them sponsoring the show. Plus, they do a lot of things for the car owners up here. Anything else you want to do with the car?
No, just drive it.
Driving, enjoy. Where are you from?
Sylvania.
Sylvania. That's on up above Gunnelsville.
About Fort Payne.
Oh, Fort Payne. Okay, I go up Fort Payne a lot. You know Jeff Cook?
I know him, but I don't know him personal.
Oh, Jeff Cook's from the group Alabama. He's a good friend of mine. I was up at his house here, about a month and a half ago for a cookout up there. He's a super guy, so I know about where you're at up there. I didn't go through it, but I seen the sign to it anyway. So all you want to do is drive it and go to the car show.
That's right.
Now, what's the farthest you went to a show in it?
About 120 miles.
120 miles.
We're in Pikeville, Tennessee.
So you actually drive the car,
Yeah.
You don't haul it?
No, I drive it, yeah.
Drive it everywhere you go?
Yep.
Now, when you did the body, do you do the body work on it or have it done?
I done it.
Now, are you a body man?
I was.
Oh.
I get tired of it.
You worked on this total loss car and got tired of
But
it.
that's how the Karate Kid guy said, wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
You build muscles up, sand in the car.
Sanding it, because they tickle me when they paint a car and then they take sandpaper and go over it. It just freaks me out. And then they wax it and make it shine again. I had a guy paint my 75 Stingray, and after he got done painted, he put sandpaper across, and I started to kill him. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Watch it in 5 minutes."
Sand it and buff it.
Yeah, he said, "Well, you watch it in 5 minutes and look at the difference of it." I'll tell you what, Brian, good looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on the show. We'll be right back. Minton Home Center and Signature Homes of Oxford is your #1 locations to purchase that dream home you've been waiting on. From single wides, double wides, even triple wides, Minton has the manufactured home for everyone. They have land home programs with little or no money down financing. With a combination of over 30 homes on both locations, they have the home for just any type of budget. Stop by Minton's today. If you want to see the elite homes of 2006, stop by Signature Homes on 78 and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. Let me tell you about the best kept secret in Northeast Alabama. Cider Ridge Golf Club in Oxford, Alabama is one of the most beautiful golf courses you will ever play on. They have a pro shop with special prices on some of the most popular name brands of golf and equipment. With a banquet room and staff, they can also handle any type of golf tournament or just a corporate or small group function. Lonnie Reese, the PGA Pro and manager, also has golf lessons for people of all ages. Call or visit Cider Ridge Golf Club today. Tell them you heard about them on Big Boyz Toyz and receive a special discount on that next great round of golf. Big Chiefs RV sells parts and service right here in the old Anniston Airport building. Anniston Airport Boulevard, Oxford, Alabama. I tell you what, any kind of camper, RV, motorhome, you name it, Eddie Brown and his staff have it. From Gulfstream, Timber Lodge, Ford Trail, Genesis. They got all parts and accessories. Anything you need accessory-wise for your RV or your camper, they have it right there. Give Eddie a call today at 1-800-335-3617. Tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call. You know, Piggly Wiggly, that's a name you've heard ever since you was a child. I've heard it since I was a child. It's a grocery store above all grocery stores. It has just about anything you want in the Piggly Wiggly stores. Go by the local Piggly Wiggly store in Odenville, Center, Cedar Bluff, Collinsville, and the brand new store down in Asheville, and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by, and you want to see how much money you can save on your grocery bill. They have a meat department and a fresh produce department in each and every store, fresh produce each and every day, and they cut their meat right there on their location. Tell them I sent you by. Next vehicle, Jimmy Kinnemer, a 1966 El Camino. Jimmy, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz. I caught him when he come in. He just had parked it, and I said, you know, you don't see a lot of 66 El Caminos anywhere around. Tell me a little bit about your car.
It's a 350. Got air, loaded. It's loaded with everything. I bought it just like it is. I'm not going to restore another. And I had no one that got talked out of it, and I've been looking for this for about 3 or 4 years, and finally a friend of mine found it for me.
And this has got the stock air conditioning.
Yeah.
From the factory.
Yeah.
Is it a particular reason you wanted the El Camino, or just you found the car?
I just found the car, and I like those El Caminos. Yeah. And you don't see many of them around.
Nope, and I like the way the window comes down in the back. And I remember when I was 12 years old, a friend of my daddy's had a little gold 66, it had a 396 in it with a 4-speed. That was the runningest truck you ever seen. Well, he used to put, when he'd race people, he was an older guy, he was about probably 40, because I was a kid. But he would race people with it, and he put cinder blocks in the back of it so he'd get traction.
Get traction.
Because it would spin too much.
Yeah.
Now, did you find the car around here? Or?
Well, a friend of mine found it. Came out of New Orleans. He traded for it, and he knew I was hunting one, and he got a hold of me, and I went out there, and when I seen it, I bought it.
You know, Austin Hines from up here in Arab, Austin's a good friend of mine. Austin's had some El Caminos up there. We don't have the old ones like this.
No, I went over and looked over because I know him too.
Yeah, Austin's one of our sponsors, and I've seen some 69s over there, and some in the 70s. None in the 66, 67. Yeah, he's got a lot of 66, 67 Chevelles.
Yeah. No,
not the El Camino.
Not the El Camino.
Now, was it like this when you got it?
It's like it's setting. Now, I did change the rings and the hubcaps on it. I didn't like them, and I put some new ones on it.
And somebody put the rally wheels on it, too.
Yeah, it had the rally wheels on it. And it's just like it when I bought it.
I tell people all the time, you can take rally wheels, put on anything, make it look good.
Yes, sir. You sure?
Anything else you want to do to the car?
Nope. I'm going to just leave it like that. I'm not going to price it because I'm not going to sell it because the guy offered me $2,000 profit the day I had it appraised.
People tickle me on cars. I tell them all the time, if you go to a car show, don't put a price on a car.
That's right.
Because somebody standing around there will pay it.
That's what happened to the Nova I had.
You put a price on anything, and somebody standing around got the money to buy it.
You bet. Yeah, I guarantee you.
Now, with the 350 and all that come in it, that was what, most of them was either 6-cylinders, 350s, or big blocks.
Yeah, I'd like to have it. I wish it was a big block.
And believe it or not, you know, the big blocks can go in there pretty easy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people don't know the difference between a 66, 67. Look at the taillights.
Yeah, that's right.
And the grill, really.
Yeah.
But the taillights will give it away. My wife can look at like a Chevelle sitting right there. She'll look at it, she'll say, 66 or 67, she don't know until she looks at the back of it.
Back of it, yeah.
And a lot of people's like that.
Yeah.
That's my buddy from Boaz, and that's a pretty little 66.
Yeah.
It's a lot of 66s. El Camino, there's a 66. One just come in. A lot of 66s here. And how many times you go to a car show, see that many 66s? A lot of 67s.
Yeah.
You don't see that many 66s.
No, you don't.
And you got a 66 Ford sitting down there. You got several 66 Chevelles, 66 El Caminos, so they're everywhere today.
Yeah.
Tell you what, good looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on the show.
All right.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Let me tell you a place right here on Highway 431 North in Glencoe that has everything you need in one location. S&S Smoke Shop and Spirits has everything from cigarettes, cigars, and the largest selection of your favorite cold beverages. They have all types of liqueurs and any type of mixes you need for your next party to make it a great success for you and your friends. They also have novelty items such as candles, die-cast cars, and the smallest gift to the largest gift for that special occasion. Stop by today and see Kathy or one of her sales staff. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. The next time you plan a special event of any kind and you need portable toilets, hand washing stations, or the holding tanks, Max Vax here in Oxford, Alabama on Hamrick Drive is the ones you turn to. They operate 24/7 and have several trucks, about 40 of them, and can handle all of your portable sanitation needs from start to finish of your special event. So call Rhonda, Chad, or Randall today at Max Vax and tell them Barry Miller told you to give them a call. Ray City Diner, exit 168 off of I-20 on Highway 77 right there in Lincoln, Alabama. Best steaks around. I tell you what, Wanda McKeag and her staff have great food in this restaurant. They are open 24 hours a day, breakfast served 24 hours a day. Each and every week, steak special. You guys working down in that area, she has lunch specials each and every day. Also, now through October, bike night every Tuesday night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Tuesday night. You guys bring the bikes out, listen to music, enjoy the great food. We'll see you at Race City down in Lincoln, Alabama. Next vehicle, Orville Blackwood, a 1972 Chevy Nova. Orville, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz.
Thank you.
And I told him when I walked over and looked at it, that's about the prettiest Nova original I've seen in a long time. Tell me about your car, Orville.
Well, it's a 72 Nova. It's a V8, automatic, got air, power steering, don't have power brakes. The lady I bought it from bought it new.
So she got everything but the power brakes.
Everything but the power brakes, but you really don't need power brakes.
I tell people all the time, I talk to people and they got their old cars and in the 70s on, they said the first thing to do is put disc brakes on one. I said, because you're spoiled. Because in the 72, they didn't have a problem stopping that car.
That car stops easy.
And these guys like that Chevelle right there, it didn't come with no, it had 396 in it with a 4-speed. It didn't come with no disc brake. But we've got spoiled driving these new cars.
Yeah. Well, the lady that had it, she's about 96 years old now. And she parked it in her garage in '88, and it sat there till '04, till I got a hold of it when I bought it from her, and I've been working on it for 2.5 years.
Now, how'd you find it? Just run up on it?
Well, I knew this lady. I told her probably 15, 20 years ago if she ever decided to sell it, give me a call. Well, in '04, she decided to sell it.
So she called you?
She called me.
She said, you still in? Well, she live near you or something? Or?
We're in Aniana.
Aniana.
Yeah.
So she said it's about that time?
About that time. Well, she was needing some money, and she was going to give it away to a guy that was going to do a little bit of work around her house. And I thought, well, when she called me, I just had to go over and look at it. When I found out she was going to give it to him, he had a 16-year-old kid that was going to go to driving.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he'd have wrecked it first thing.
He'd have wrecked it or changed so much stuff on it you wouldn't know it.
You wouldn't know it. And I've had to rebuild the transmission and the engine, change the oil in the rear end.
Did you have to rebuild the engine and all because it set so long? Or?
Yeah, smoking like a tar kettle.
I've had them on the show where they got a car that was so old they had to put Marvin Mister oil in it for a month before they even tried to turn it over.
Well, I turned it over and got it cranking, but it smokes bad. I had to rebuild it, or had it rebuilt. I didn't.
And it probably didn't smoke a lick when she parked it.
Probably not. She took care of it.
How many miles on it?
81,000.
That's not many.
That's not many.
Yeah. So she didn't drive it a lot.
She didn't drive it a whole lot, just around town,
Now, did you have it painted, or is that the original?
No, I had it painted. That's the original color, orange flame metallic.
Automatic on the column.
Automatic on the column.
One of the fastest cars I've ever, one of the fastest is a guy in my hometown. I was 17 years old, had one of these. And it had a 350 in it with 3-speed in the flow. And he took just a regular, put a cam lifters, that's all he done. Cam lifters in it, set a traction bar, and headers. And that was a running car. Yeah. And the cam wouldn't go in about that far, and he beat it in with a hammer and a piece of wood.
Oh, man.
And it still run. I mean, because he killed everybody about it. He beat the cam in with a hammer because it wouldn't go in, so he just took a hammer and tapped it on in there.
Ooh.
And it cranked up and run, and it was the fastest car you ever seen.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, you worked on it 2.5 years. What else you got to do to her, if anything?
Well, I got some upholstery to do inside. I got to get a radio for it. The old AM radio wasn't any good. Done died, I reckon.
Now, who did the paint work and all on it?
Can't think of his name.
It's been a while, ain't it?
It's been a while. I've thought of it. It's Frankie Riddlespur.
See, he woke up. He said, I slept, but I did wake up.
I did wake up. Yeah.
Then the upholstery, you redone it, or you got to do it?
I got to do it. It's the original upholstery in it.
So what'd you take the chrome? Just re-chrome it yourself, or just shine it up?
I just shined it.
Take some steel wool and get after it.
Well, it wasn't even steel wool. I took some chrome cleaner.
And rubbed.
And rubbed, and rubbed, and rubbed.
And these wheels here that come on these cars are a little different than the rally wheels, but they're still called the rally wheels.
Well, that's the six-hole rally wheels is what I call them.
I seen a car about a month ago. I interviewed a car. It was on one of the old Rally Novas. It's actually got the Rally Nova back here written on the car.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make 300 of them.
Huh.
It's got Rally Nova on it.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And I like this orange color. It was always beautiful back then and still is.
This is the first show I went to since I got it back, operating and going somewhere.
I'll tell you what, everybody's looking at it when you're parked in line. They'd have to stop and look at it. Tell you what, good looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Hey everybody, Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz. First of all, I want to thank you for watching Big Boyz Toys, because it's you people watching the show and the sponsors that makes Big Boyz Toys. You see the sponsors on this backboard? These sponsors are what bring Big Boyz Toys to you each and every week. I mean, if you need anything, carpet, car, painted, whatever, any sponsor on this backboard that you need, give them a call today. Tell them you watch Big Boyz Toys, you appreciate them sponsoring the show, and you want to use their services. Also, we're getting our calendar ready for 2006. If you're watching this show, I don't care if you're in Tuscaloosa, Huntsville, Decatur, Coleman, wherever you're at, you've got a car show coming up in 2006, you'd like for us to come in and film at your car show and try to help bring more cars in there, give me a call today, 256-283-4404. And if I don't have something booked that day, guarantee you we'll try our best to come to your car show. So give me a call today. Thanks for watching. Bates Food Mart right on Quintard Avenue, right beside China Luck before you go into Anniston. BP dealer for this area. Stop by and see Victor or Danielle Bates today for all of your convenience store needs. They have cigarette specials each and every week. Coke specials, whether it be the 12-pack or the liter, they're always on special at Bates Food Mart. Hey, also you notice he's got just about anything you need in that store. Snacks, cold beer, wines, all kinds of wines, specialty wines. Stop by today, see him, tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. Talladega Auto Parts, Battle Street, Talladega, Alabama is your #1 home-owned and operated parts location for any makes or models. They have a complete line of lawnmower and two-cycle engine parts, large selection of tools, any kind of tool you need for that special job, they have it right there at Talladega Auto Parts. Fluids, they got all types of fluids. They even mix the paint. You're going to paint a car, they can mix the paint right there at Talladega Auto Parts on Battle Street. So give them a call today, 256-362-1770. Tell them I told you to call. McCleskey Brothers is your #1 stop for everything you need to make that car of your dreams become an envy of everyone who sees it. They cater to auto body shops, but they also help the do-it-yourself people who want to work on their cars themselves. From DuPont Paint, 3M products, McGuire products, and the hottest thing on the market, Hot Hues, they have everything right there. They also have all the supplies such as paint guns, buffers, buffering pads, molding, even a large selection of pinstriping. With 2 locations to serve you, they cover most of Northeast Alabama. Give them a call today at any one of their locations and tell them Barry Miller told you to call.
Looking for great savings on new and pre-owned cars and trucks? Then head on over to Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC. Our courteous and knowledgeable sales team is ready to show you our huge selection of cars and trucks at out-the-door prices. Don't settle for our competition's offer. At Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, we're committed to sales, service, and customer satisfaction. So head on over to Ron Newton's. We'll treat you right. That's Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, top of the hill, Quintard.
You know, sometime during your life, everyone has to make decisions of the proper insurance to buy, whether it be business insurance, auto insurance, homeowners, motorcycle, motorhome, campers, even your antique vehicles. West Insurance Agency is your independent dealer for this area, right here on Hamrick Drive in Oxford. They have plans for any type of driver, regardless of your driving record. Steve and his staff represent several different companies, and they can get the right plan for you. They have a slogan: when you see us, don't think of insurance, but when you think of insurance, think of us. Give them a call today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to call. Sometimes the most innocent people have problems with the legal system. When this happens to you, a family member, or even a friend, I've got your answer. Kenny Bond Bail Bonds right on 14th Street in Anniston can help in most all situations. Their slogan is no bond is too large or too small. Stop by or give Kenny, Becky, or Doug a call today. Tell them Barry Miller sent you by. You know, they also says on their card, their service is fast as lightning. Give them a call today, 237-9996. Hey everybody, it's Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys. On behalf of Alice Martin, her husband Greg Norton, and the campaign staff of Alice Martin for probate judge at Democratic primary. She would like to thank everyone for voting for her on June the 6th. It was a great turnout in voting, and Alice received over 60% of the votes in the Democratic primary. Remember, November's coming up, and she is running for probate judge on the Democratic primary. So come back out in November and vote for Alice Martin, probate judge, Calhoun County. Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware in Oxford and Talladega, Alabama is your #1 location for all of your home building needs or just that special project around the house. They have items from the smallest nail to the biggest truss on top of your roof and everything in between. They can take blueprints of your new home and supply everything needed to build that home from start to finish. And the special thing about it, Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware, they deliver everything they sell. They also have all types of power tools and general tools for any type of job. So stop by one of the locations today, either Oxford or Talladega. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. Next vehicle, Larry Butler, a 1965 Ford Mustang. Larry, welcome to Big Boyz Toys.
Thank you, glad to be here.
Brett standing there, the guy that does all the stage work and the
Yeah.
pictures and stuff, he said that's got to be the prettiest Mustang he's ever seen.
Well, good.
Tell me a little bit about your car.
Well, I've had it about 4 years, my son and I, and he lives down in Florida. And we just happened to come along to it and seen it, and I just fell in love with it. I asked for another car, but that's that Wilmington white, and it's sort of hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's original paint on it or not, but I haven't had any problems out of it. I know my son, he stays down in New Smyrna Beach, and I told him, I said, the only thing I want to do about that car is, if you win the lotto, I think we need some shocks on the rear.
Now, did y'all buy it like this or y'all restore it?
No, sir, it was just like that. Just a little 206 cylinder in it.
You know, a lot of the 65 Mustangs, 65, 66, had the 3 speeds on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You seen very few with 4 speeds. It was some of them, but not a lot of them.
That's true.
Now, what color you say you call that?
Wilmington.
Wilmington white.
Yeah, it's white, black, and caramel, all mixed together.
Anything else you want to do with the car?
No, not really.
Where'd you actually find the car at?
It was in Haneyville, and it had close to 82,000 miles on it. It's 83,163 now. I put 163 miles on it since April.
You ain't went far.
No, I don't go far.
You don't get out much.
No, it had 83,000.
He ain't went 20 miles a month. You don't leave the house much,
That's
do
the
you?
reason I get good gas mileage.
Still on the first tank of gas you bought for the car.
Yeah, well,
So the interior and all, you don't have to do anything on it?
not that I know of. I take that little dog in the back, you know, and it goes my.
Is he sleeping?
Yeah, he's sleeping right now.
He looks kind of real too, don't he?
Yeah, I almost, yeah.
You'd think he's real looking at it, but if he is, he ain't breathing.
Yeah, he's
And you'd have had me fooled after I looked at him close and noticed that he ain't breathing.
No.
Now, these are actually the original hubcaps too.
Yes, sir.
Now, they actually come on, what, the 65, 66 miles or 65s?
I'm not really sure on that.
Because I know the 64 and a half, I believe it's 66, kind of like a spoke hubcap.
I believe you're right.
And then what they have, how hard is it to clean them wire hubcaps?
Pretty hard.
Does your son ever help you clean it? Make
Well,
you do
Lord,
all
no,
that?
I do all that.
So you have to do all the cleaning.
Yeah, I enjoy it though.
Now, where you say he's from?
Well, he stays around New Smyrna Beach in Florida. We go to a lot of that.
Myrtle Beach in Florida or South Carolina?
No, New Smyrna Beach in Florida.
Oh, okay.
We go to that turkey runs when I go down there.
Oh, okay. That's down in
Daytona.
Daytona.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what, that thing is gorgeous. And
Thank you.
the interior, you just cleaned it up. You didn't redo
No,
anything.
That's right.
Just cleaned it.
Yeah. Someone took good care of it. Sure did.
Was it an older couple had it, or do you know?
I don't really know. The guy I bought it from, he buys and sells nothing but Mustangs.
Oh, okay.
Sure does. We got a pretty good turnout today.
Yeah, they're going to do pretty good.
I almost get seasick all this water.
And water gets you seasick going. You go to moving like this and fall out that stool now, I'm in trouble.
Here's
I'll
that.
tell you what, it's a good-looking Mustang. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, while you're sitting there, I want to thank you for watching Big Boyz Toys this week. Like I told you, we're at Covenant Cove Lodge and Marina, beautiful Lake Gunnersville, Alabama, in Gunnersville, Alabama. Great car show is filling up. More cars coming in. There's a truck that you can walk under. That's a big old truck. Now you can walk up under that truck. I want to thank the sponsors on the backboard. Remember, like I say each and every week, if it wasn't for the sponsors on this backboard and if it wasn't for the car owners like Larry, you wouldn't get to watch Big Boyz Toys each and every week. So there's a lot of different services up there that my sponsors offer. I know sometimes that you need some of these services, where it be Mizell's Heating and Cooling, Carports Unlimited, Talladega Auto Parts, Travis Phillips, any of them.
sometime or
with
another you're going to need their services.
Right.
So, you know, patronize the sponsors. Tell them thank you for sponsoring Big Boyz Toyz. If you see these guys on TV, you see them at a car show, thank them, because remember, the cars are the stars. Tell everybody goodbye.
Goodbye, folks.
We'll see you next time on Big Boyz Toyz.